Hi, everyone, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Amanda Ziadeh with WashingtonExec, and with me today to talk about the future of risk and threat intelligence is John Goolgasian, president of Seerist Federal. Thank you so much for being here today, John.
Thanks for having me, Amanda.
Of course. So to start, I'd like to ask if you can kind of set the stage for us and talk about the current risk and threat intelligence landscape. What does that look like, and what are the top concerns?
Oh, well, the concerns are pretty much all over the place. If again, looking at the world today, from Russian aggression to protests that are happening around the globe in response to government decisions, to things like the terrible events in Tennessee yesterday with the school shooting. I mean, the threat landscape is pretty broad, and then really looking at risk intelligence and threat intelligence capabilities. There are very bespoke things to answer certain parts of issues around the different type of threats that are happening around the globe. And then where we really try to focus in on is how can we help address in generalities everything that's going on, and then get down to very specific details when actions need to be taken to help offset or preempt some type of threats as well.
All right, makes sense. Well, John, actually, last time we spoke, it was shortly after Seerist launched in August of last year. So how has Seerist changed the risk and threat intelligence space since?
That's great. It's been a whirlwind 9 months for sure. As we merged our companies and launched Seerist, merging the companies that were the company that was very focused on artificial intelligence and the use of artificial intelligence through threat and risk analysis, and with a company that was really focused on human analytics for threat and risk intelligence, and really the promise that we believe that could bring. We've realized much of that promise over the last 9 months in the technology integration that we've done. So really, we've been focusing our development and our technology teams on bringing together that AI-driven threat and risk intelligence that really can cover the globe and be very broad and very fast and detailed in what it does. In addition to integrating in the extra veracity that only humans can bring, and the understanding the nuances of issues that only humans can bring. And we've done more than just integrate the data to really help our clients. I can't think of a better word, but we've really created a symbiotic relationship between the people and the machines. Whereas the analysts are doing their job and writing the reports and identifying issues that are happening around the globe, it goes right into our deep learning models and our neural nets to help train those models. So as they're writing about risk and threat in one part of the world, it actually impacts and enhances the models of a different part of the world. So as new information is gathered by our automation, and that information is analyzed by our neural nets and our deep learning models, it actually is enhanced by that human analytics as well to provide, again, more accuracy, speed across the world, where, again, there's not enough manpower to cover everything. So that combination is really bringing together speed and variety that the AI can bring, but also that nuance that only people can bring as well. And then we're putting all that together and bringing that to all of our clients.
All right, wonderful. Thank you for helping us understand that a bit better. So tell us a bit more about how Seerist has impacted the government space.
No, that's a great question. Again, Seerist and its predecessor organizations had a great business with a number of U.S. Government organizations, from defense to Homeland Security to State Department, down to state and local organizations as well. All built on previously before our merger into that AI space. Now, in addition, we're bringing that kind of holistic approach to our clients, bringing all that data and bring it into the capabilities we've already launched into those organizations, and then expanding into new areas as well. This has also helped us, realize that there are other organizations that can leverage our content and leverage our analytics that probably weren't necessarily specific for what we needed or what we did in the past. But now we can bring those to organizations all the way down to, again, to local organizations as well, to understand that landscape of what's happening.
So, John, I'm curious, what can we expect to see from Seerist in the near future?
It's great. Actually, the near future is kind of now. We've actually just launched a new capability that's running the same threat and risk analytics that we do globally, all the way down to the state and county level of the United States. So currently, every county in the country, we're running an automated AI assessment of the threat and risk landscape in those areas. So to help those state and local governments really help ensure the safety and security of its citizens around in each state. We're also looking at things like more globally at foreign influence factors, to help with nation state actors and how the government can look at influence factors around the globe as well. And really expanding out, again, our human analytics to really cover a broader set of information to really help train, as we mentioned, those AI models.
All right, wonderful. Well, John, as you alluded to earlier, there are daily events that are a constant reminder of the criticality of addressing risk and threat intelligence. So appreciate you being here to help us understand how Cirrus is doing that. Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks, Amanda.